Hello guys, welcome back to my channel today. Thank you so much for stopping by. In this video, we'll be cutting and sewing this 720 degrees flare top that you can see on your screen. So I used 2 yards for this tutorial. If you want yours to be fuller, you can use 2.5 yards or 3 inches. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video. The first thing I'll do is to fold my fabric into two like this, and then I'm going to fold it into four. So I'm cutting my flare twice, okay, because I'm using 2 yards of fabric. I don't have enough fabric to cut it at once. So I first of all folded my fabric into four, then I'll cut off the excess fabric. After doing that, I'll go ahead and place my measurements. So the fabric is folded into four. The folded edge is on this side. This other part is folded into two and the other parts are opened, so it is into four. When placing your measurement, you are going to measure, take your bust circumference divided by 4, because this fabric is folded into 4. So if you folded yours into 8, you are going to take your bust circumference divided by 8. If yours is folded into 16, you are going to take your bust circumference divided by 16. So see the way I placed my measurement. What I got, I placed it like that. After doing that, I marked all the way around. So in case you don't understand, I'm going to explain better later. So to get the length of my blouse, I'm going to take out 7 inches, okay? This 7 inches is the distance from my shoulder to my chest line, upper chest line. I'm going to replace it with a strap. So the length of my blouse is going to be 23 inches. So still taking out the 7 inches, I'm going to mark 23 inches all the way around, as you can see me. As you can see me doing, sorry. If you don't want your top to be as long as mine, you can reduce it. So the 2 yards was not enough because my blouse was a bit long, okay? So after marking all the way around, connect the dots and then go ahead and cut. So after cutting now, I'm going to cut another circle. So we are joining two 360 circle to get our 720 degrees. So this is the rest of the fabric. I'm going to also fold it into four, but as you can see, it is not long enough for me to get the length the way it was for the first one, but I'm going to cut it regardless. Then I'm going to join the part that is missing. So I folded my fabric into four again and I placed it on this part. Make sure the folded part is on the folded part, just exactly how it was before. Then I'm going to trace out this side that is complete. If I turn it over, you see that this part is not complete. So I'll be using my scrap fabric to complete this part, okay? So here is it. I'll make sure the scrap fabric overlaps the main fabric, just so I can use it as my stitching allowance to join both fabrics together. Then I'll pin everything down. After doing that, I'll turn it over to the other side and trace it exactly how it is on the main fabric, okay? So when tracing, I'll make sure you have an allowance, okay? But if your top is not going to be as long as mine, 2 inches, 2 yards should be enough for you. So after tracing it out, I'll also align this part also. So there should be allowance for you to join the scrap fabric to the main fabric. Now after doing that, we are going to take the neckline measurement. See the way I'm placing my tape. If you divide your bust circumference divided by 8, because now my fabric is folded into 8, whatever it gave me was what I placed. Then I'm going to use my tape to now start connecting from the folded edge. Now what I have there is what I will move all the way around. I hope I'm not confusing you. I'll just move it on all the way around to form a circle. After doing that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. So my fabric was folded into 8, okay, because I cut out 360 twice to get my 720. So I divided my bust circumference by 8. So once I open it up now, this is what I have. So I'm going to join what I added so that I will get my full flare. Join everything together, head over to your sewing machine and sew. That is if your fabric is not enough. So I've gone ahead to join everything together, and this is what I have. This is one flare and this is the other one. So in order for me to join them together, I'm going to open the flare on both sides, okay? So after opening it up, you are going to join them back together, okay? Just go ahead and join right sides facing right side and you sew with 1 inch or half an inch. So after sewing, we are going to have our full flare, which is what I have on my work table now. So the next thing we are going to do is to sew our crinoline to the base of the skirt, as you can of the blouse, sorry, as you can see on the thumbnail. So I'll be using this 3 inches crinoline. You can use any inches you have, but this is what I have and this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to place the crinoline on the right side, okay, and I'll go ahead and sew. So you have to sew on the right side, then you turn it to the wrong side so it lays flat. Now I'm going to first of all mark out 0.75 inches before I place the crinoline, because we are going to close the back and I don't want it to be bulging because of the crinoline. So I'm not going to sew on this particular mark that I'm going to this mark, okay, I'm not going to sew on it. I'll just fold the crinoline inward, then I'll place it like this, and then I'll sew on the edge using half an inch all the way to the end of the flare. I've gone ahead to do that, and this is what I have. If you want it to be easy for you, you can sew hemming gum underneath it, just so when you iron everything lays flat. So this is what I have. I sewed all the way around. Now you are going to turn everything to the wrong side and you fold it using half an inch and you're going to iron, okay? Just go ahead and iron it flat. Use a steaming iron or use water to iron it. I've gone ahead to do that and you can see how everything is laying flat. So now that I have this, what I'm going to do now is to head over to my sewing machine now and stitch on the crinoline. So towards the end of the crinoline, just sew all the way to the end and then give it a good press. So everything is going to stay flat, okay? Just do that all the way to the end. And on the upper part of this flare, I'm going to fold in half an inch for my elastic band casing. So we're going to pass elastic band through and I'm using the small elastic band. If you want to use the big elastic band, that is also okay, but I'm using the small one, that is the half an inch, so it's easy for me. So sewing that part is not going to be the easiest thing to do. You have to take your time because remember we cut it out in a circular form, so it's not going to be easy for you to sew. So I've gone ahead to sew it all the way around and this is what I have. I also went ahead to sew the upper part for the casing for my elastic band and this is also what I have. Now I'm going to pass my elastic band through it. So for your elastic band, measure around your chest line all the way around. I measured mine and what I got was 33 inches. So I minus like 4 inches from inside, so I have 29 inches here. So I'll be using, since the casing is small, I'm using my needle to pass it through because I don't have a small um safety pin. So I'll sew on the elastic band and I'll use my needle to pass the elastic band from this end to the other end. So after doing that, you are going to stitch on both sides, then you are going to close up the back of your blouse. So you can try it on, adjust it where necessary. You know this small elastic band stretches a lot. So just adjust it, wear it, then stitch the back close. I've gone ahead to do that and this is what I have. You can see my opening. Once you stretch it, this should be wide enough for you to wear. Now we are going to join the sleeves. So I'll mark the center of the front as you can see. Then measure from one of your chest to the other one. When I measured mine, I got 12 inches. That is 6 on the right side and 6 on the left hand side. So from that center, I went out by 6, and from this center on this end, I went down by out by 6. Sorry. Make sure when you are marking, you are stretching the elastic band, okay? So I've done that for the front. For the back, the middle part is obvious because we closed the back. So from that point, I will stretch the elastic band area and I'll go out by 6 inches. I'll repeat the same for the other side. So place your tape on your chest from one end to the other. That is what you will use to place your strap sleeves, okay? So now that I've marked it, I also went ahead to cut out this fabric and then I sewed it and I turned it inside out. The wideness is 2.5 inches. That's how wide I want it to be. If you want yours to be slim, you can do that. If you want it wider than mine, you can also do that. Remember we took out 7 inches where we placed the length of the blouse. Now 7 for the front, 7 for the back, that is 14 inches. But I'm marking 15 inches now because I need half an inch to stitch both front and back. Okay, so I'm marking 15 inches for the left hand side and 15 inches for the right hand side. I'm going to cut the excess fabric and I'm going to split this into two, and then I'm going to join this to the blouse. Okay, so to do that, remember we marked the middle and we went out by 6 inches. On that 6 inches on this end, I'm going to place the strap fabric now on the center of that 6 inches. Okay, make sure you are matching them center to center, then go ahead and pin. After pinning, I'm going to turn it to the back. Okay, and I'll also pin. So remember we are stitching on half an inch or 1 inch if you want it to be firm on your body. Okay, and when you are stitching on that same line that you stitch your elastic band. Okay, so you run your stitch through the same stitch that you had there earlier. So I'll also pin this other side. After doing that, now I'll head over to my sewing machine to stitch and I'll give my top a good press. And yeah, that is all for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. Don't forget to like this video, leave your questions in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.